Hey, hey,
Hey, hey, hey.
Bom dia.
Bon
Oh,
dia.
you can't do that. That doesn't work. What is that?
Oh, what bom dia means good morning in Portugal.
Yeah, it does, but it's like, this is like, you're supposed to say hey, hey. In
Okay, let's do it again. Hey, hey, hey.
No,
No, but
you're-
how,
you're
how, how do
good
you
morning,
how do you
Didis.
say it in Portuguese? How do you say it in Portuguese?
Ho, ho, ho. I was in like Santa Claus. I don't know anything.
Have no fear, people. We will be looking at some charts in a moment.
Yeah, so first we got to say hi to Kathy, to Sean's mum, and that, you know, Sean will continue to timestamp it for you, so you can just zoom out on the charts and not and just ignore them, and just listen to our mindless chatter.
Yes, timestamps below, people. We do use those. So if you're interested in hear what else we're up to in life, you can
That's
skip
it.
straight to
So-
that bit.
If you're interested in hanging around, we have a Lisa Love Life update.
Yeah. So first, let's get through the charts, and then we can get to the interesting stuff. What do you got for us, Lisa? I think we're starting off on a Monday at pretty much exactly the same Bitcoin price as last Monday.
Higher, a little bit higher,
Slightly higher, yep.
slightly higher.
Sean, you're
yeah.
not watching the charts, Sean. You're not watching the charts.
I am
He's
watching the
not.
charts.
He's
I followed
not.
Lisa's followed Lisa's shitcoin call this week and did very well out of it on Chainlink.
Yeah, well, Chainlink, that's an interesting story because, like, the whole world hated on me, whole Twitter world anyway. So, yeah. So,
That's because you
Twitter
don't make cool
does.
selfies.
well, am I supposed to sit there and go, hang on,
Yeah.
wait.
And then if you could do that one, you make that selfie and then sell it as an NFT for 10 Ethereum. Some people do it.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
NFTs, we will talk about that at some point, people, because that is
Oh my God.
all the chatter at the moment.
So I should be just taking selfies and selling them.
I saw
You
some
got-
things on
I
Twitter.
don't know if anyone would buy them. It's like,
probably-
I'm not that vain to think anyone's going to buy my selfies.
You've got quite a famous one you could turn into an NFT, Lisa.
Yes.
That's not a selfie. I didn't take that.
No, but
It's
that one is
like-
that's more
It's still a piece of
even
art.
more valuable. Yeah, more valuable.
It's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll buy it.
Stop. That's just weird and creepy because you're my friend.
I know, but it's
You
a
can
it's a
make a
piece
new
of
one.
art and the history of crypto. Anyway, what's happening with Bitcoin?
Sean,
Anyway,
Sean, was it-
was it
like-
no, sure.
was But was it like crypto kitties or was it crypto titties? I don't remember anymore. Sorry, start the show.
Oh dear, Diddy's back.
That's what
Okay,
you get.
Bitcoin.
Sorry.
Bitcoin.
I'm
Bitcoin chart.
pretty sure.
happening?
Wait. I'm pretty sure I've got it somewhere on my phone.
Oh my god, you're trying to pump up the value of it
let me have a
already,
look.
aren't you?
Yeah. It's like it's worth millions. It should be. It's a collector's edition. I'm sure some people on Twitter have collected it because they keep bringing it out every now and again.
But if you have the original one, that one is the most valuable one.
I don't have the original one because I didn't take
Maybe
the photo. That was taken by.
Well, this
like,
is the whole point,
stupid-
Lisa. It's a digital property right. It is you, so it is yours. So you turn it into an
Well,
NFT.
technically, according to European law, then it is mine, and it was very highly illegal for that to be released. So
Correct.
the person that released it, I could actually have put in jail. So it's actually very, 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 very illegal. So yeah, I
And
do
was the
have it.
person
There you go.
Satoshi?
No, the person was not. He was big in crypto, but he's not anymore.
Just for the audience, I did attempt to tell my co-host that we would look at charts first. But that's why we use timestamps, and no complaints, people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right.
Okay.
We've had this chart up while we've been chatting. So this is Bitcoin. So we're going to have a look at Bitcoin. So last week, Obviously, we came down. At this point, the MAs were a bit lower. They've moved up, and this is a 12-hour chart. So we've come down. We've retested this support. We didn't quite hit it. We're a little bit higher, but that's okay. And we've come up and we're in between the two MAs, so the 100 and the 200, and we're sort of been like all week trading between this range, which is, you know, kind of frustrating. You can see all my alerts. So if you have a look at my chart here, it's got 234 alerts in probably the last few days, and I clear them every now and again. But it's just been in this range, and you know, if I walk away from my computer, I kind of know where Bitcoin's going, and yeah, so it is moving in the right direction. I do think, you know, at the moment we're heavily correlated with the S&P and with the DJI, and obviously inversely with the DXY, the US dollar. So every time that has gone up, Bitcoin has, you know, dropped it a little bit or dropped a lot. And yeah, so that's kind of what's happening at the moment. September predominantly is a month where the DXY moves every year. So we kind of know Bitcoin's going to either move sideways or it's going to, you know, kind of drop a lot. We have a lot of tether in the market. So that is propping up this range. We're not going to drop down. Keep saying it. We're not dropping down to fill that gap. It's not happening. I don't care what anyone says. It's just not happening. I've been saying this for months. So since the gap, I'm like, I don't care about your gap. It's not happening. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what's happening with Bitcoin. We're coming up, we're going to test this. We'll probably have a small drop, and then we're going to go up when the S&P opens later today. I think it opens at 8 a.m. at New York time. So, and we should hit around, you know, retest the sort of 12,000 mark at this point.
Yeah, so we were having a quick chat about it before. I mean, obviously, it's the you know, what we all want here is for crypto not to be correlated to those markets. My feeling, you know, two of the last 3 weeks where we've seen a significant drop in the S&P on a Monday, literally right after we make this show, Bitcoin has literally followed it down to the second.
Yeah. So this is S&P, and we've had like a huge drop on this last week, and you know, Bitcoin didn't follow. We didn't have the massive drop that we saw here. So, you know, we have had Tether propping up Bitcoin, which has been a good thing, because we really need to hold this 10,000 level to sort of continue higher. And I think exchanges and that kind of know that this is happening. We've got institutional buyers that are still coming in. We had one last week that came in and bought 300 million in Bitcoin. So we still have all of that happening. You know, they're still supporting crypto and coming into the market. So, you know, I kind of think we closed the week on the S&P with quite a nice candle, and I think we're going to, you know, we might see a tiny drop on open, and then we're going to continue up. So Bitcoin also needs to see a tiny drop to just complete the pattern that it's in, and then we should continue up. So if we have a look at the DXY, so this is the US dollar. Obviously, Bitcoin is paired to the US dollar. So if the US dollar gains strength, Bitcoin gets weaker. So that's kind of how pairs work. So when you're trading, you know, a pair, obviously when you're trading a BTC pair and BTC is going up, that means that pair is going to drop. So you want, if you're in a BTC pair, you want Bitcoin to be going sideways or dropping a little bit for it to sort of, you know, gain traction and rise. So we've got a cross resistance on the DXY that it hit on Friday, and it's attempted 2 times in this region. So on open, I expect we will get a small drop. We should drop down to probably about 94-ish. It'll have a couple of attempts at this region. So today we might sort of hang under this region. But my target here is 96.59 at this point. So during this week, I think we're, you know, at some stage, we're going to sort of, you know, hit that 96 mark on the US dollar. So which means Bitcoin will drop. So if we're looking at that in correlation with the Bitcoin chart, so this will sort of, you know, possibly hold. This is a cross resistance. It's harder to cross through. We've got the MACD on the 6 hour here starting to cross down bearish. So, and the RSI is, you know, quite oversold and stuck under a resistance. So that to me tells me that this DXY is going to drop. Bitcoin should then rise. We'll see that 11,800 to 12,000-ish sort of point. And, you know, that's the correlation of those charts. So if we go to the DJI, we've got this pattern where we saw this drop last week. We've come down here. So, you know, we should see a rise within this chart. So we've got a resistance at this point here. And then we'll sort of go sideways with the DXY. So with the Dow Jones. So both of these charts are in correlation to Bitcoin and seeing a rise over the, you know, the next couple of days. So I think we're going to have a green week with the, you know, the Dow Jones, the S&P, and with Bitcoin. We'll have a few small issues if the DXY does rise. I don't see that happening much this week. I think it'll be stuck under that cross resistance. And yeah, so that's kind of what I'm seeing in the charts for Bitcoin and for the traditionals at the moment.
So I'll just jump in quickly. You're going to go through a little hand-holding exercise with myself and my degenerate trading team on our Wednesday show for longing and shorting on the Promex BT platform. Links below are there, people. Didi, I saw you talking about having a sign-up bonus. Lisa, have you got one of those as well?
I do. I've got a sign-up bonus, so you get an extra 50% if you sign up with my code.
Okay, I'll put links below to both Lisa and Didi's affiliate links there, people. You can choose which one you click. Okay, moving on.
Sorry, no, we can't move on. I have one question.
Yeah.
So, Lisa, for the people out there, because the people are watching this, I am watching this, and we are hearing the correlation story. Why are they correlated? That's the question. Can we answer that one very shortly so that people understand why these are not correlated?
Yeah, so the DXY, as I explained, is correlated just due to the fact that this DXY is a US dollar currency index. So obviously,
I mean the S&P, for example.
Oh, the S&P and the DJI.
Yeah.
So the reason these are correlated is because a lot of big investment companies have come into crypto as a hedge. So, but predominantly Bitcoin has been following suit. The reason being is a lot of margin calls are happening on the S&P and the DJI. So if they get a margin call, they need to get money from somewhere. So they look to other trades. So they probably pull it out of Bitcoin or something like that. So that means that Bitcoin will drop in correlation with these charts. So that's kind of what is happening.
So essentially what you're saying is that the same people are trading the S&P and the DJI and all that stuff, and the same people are trading Bitcoin. It's not like two separate groups of people now that are like interested in cryptocurrency or in stocks. So it's like
so it's like so we've got the store president that's just come into Bitcoin. So it's those type of people that have come in because they see the percentages that Bitcoin can make and you know that crypto is making in the market. So you look at the DJI and the S&P, and unless you're in a majorly huge margin trade, you're not making a lot of percentages. So that's what entices people into crypto because it's an unregulated market and, you know, the movements in the market are quite massive if you know what you're doing. So most of these people have been long-term traders and they're coming into the market. But if, you know, they do get a margin call on the S&P or, you know, all of a sudden it sort of dumps and that's happening, then that money needs to be pulled from somewhere and it's normally from Bitcoin. And that's why we see the correlation in the drops.
Would be amazing in the future if there is a chart. So we need to contact one of these companies that they are making all these beautiful charts that we see a chart of the outflow of the money out of these like traditional systems into this new system and back again. That would be
I think the quant charts that I showed the other day, I think they're starting to sort of gather all that information. They don't have so much information on it yet. A lot of it's inflow and outflow into exchanges and that sort of thing. They have minor flows as well, which is really good information. But they're starting to sort of gather that information for the, those bigger players as to where the money's sort of moving and where the crypto's moving, which, kind of helps with the trading. So there's so many things right now that you need to be aware of when you're, trading Bitcoin, because we've got miners selling, we've got institutional investors coming in and buying and selling and then getting margin calls
exchanges.
And exchanges, printing tether and holding up the price. And so this is the thing that, there's so many pieces that go into trading Bitcoin. It's not just, I'm going to trade this and it's really easy, because at the moment it's not. So it's sort of stuck in this range, and while it's in this range, it's going to be really difficult, because it's, the whales come in and they dump it down and they steal all the stop loss money, and then they've bought it really low and you've got to buy it again higher. So it's it's quite annoying.
Yeah, but look, we could say there's positives and negatives about the correlation. The simple fact is that clearly we're seeing much larger amounts of institutional money come in into the space, especially in the mining area. They're heavily invested there. I'm going to put some links below. I'd encourage people to check out the work of a historian called Niall Ferguson. He's done a wonderful series called The Ascent of Money. I watched one of his videos last week, and it's incredible to hear this guy who is really regarded as very much a thought leader on the history of money. And this guy's a massive fan of Bitcoin and crypto. So I think that huge decoupling happens when the shit really hits the fan with these equity markets, and we all know that's not far away. So yes, it's somewhat disheartening to see the correlation at the moment, but I think we all agree there will be a massive decoupling when the shit really hits the fan. That's my 2 cents worth.
Oh, I totally agree. At some point, there's going to be a massive decoupling, but it's just not yet. No. So it's coming, but it's not here yet. So, the market really needs to grow. So if we have a look at hang on, I'll find the market cap. We're hugging this support line at the moment, and we're really struggling to get past this halfway mark. And every time we've hit it, we're coming down and we're rejecting. So unless we can get a whole lot of money coming into this market, it's going to struggle for quite some time. So, potentially this range, we could see this trapped in this range until December, which means Bitcoin is trapped in the 10 to 12,000 sort of range until December. But at that point, it only took 18 days for that rise in Bitcoin to happen. So if we're stuck at that point and then all of a sudden we go boom and we're hitting sort of 26,000. Yeah.
That's exactly why I opened the show with ho, 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 because around Christmas.
Yeah. Well, it is. It's like we could sit in this range, in this 10 to 12,000 range until almost Christmas. And, it could be that we're waiting for the US elections, that we're waiting for, whatever happens there, because the market's sort of on a knife edge going, is Trump going to get back in? What's happening? Are they going to continue printing money? Are they, they've probably just approved, Jay Powell's just approved like new, what do they call those where they give the money? I can't think of what they call them. But all the Americans are getting just handouts, and which means Australia will probably follow suit, and, other countries will as well. So there's going to be a lot more money coming in. So, they're going to prop up that market until the elections. It's going to continue to be propped up until after the elections. If Trump gets back in, or if it's a new president coming in, they're not going to want to see the markets dump. It's just not something that's going to happen. So you don't want to be known as that president that got reelected or voted in and then the markets died. So, yeah. So that, I kind of think, you know, we're going until we get to that point, to the elections. It may happen quicker, but I really think we're going to sort of we're stuck in this region, which correlates with Bitcoin being stuck in this region here. Yep. We're sort of, you know, we're in here. So it's the same. It's moving the same as the total market cap. So, and the Bitcoin dominance, I think we bottomed out. We had a W bottom, and now we're going to be stuck in, we've got an uptrend channel, which is a good thing. Yep. So Bitcoin dominance will continue to grow and kind of move a little bit sideways. When it does that, it's a good thing because it's not, you know, killing the alts. When it has these sharp movements, the alts really die. So, we, you know, the exchanges are very aware of that now. So this is another factor that we need to look at, that this is, you know, it's a slow moving Bitcoin at the moment, so that the alts can continue to grow and to make money, because, you know, Bitcoin's a tiny percentage of the market now. There's over 6,000 coins and tokens. So when we're looking at Bitcoin dominance, and, you know, it's still 60% of the market for one coin. So that means...
How many coins do you own, Lisa?
I don't know if I
Try to put you on the spot.
So owning and trading is a different thing.
Yeah, they are. True.
So hang on, let me tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hang on. I've probably got 13 at the moment, plus Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BSB.
Didi, how many do you currently own and trade?
I am trading about 8 of them, I think, at the moment, and they're all in the minus. So I'm not trading; I'm losing.
Yeah, a few of mine are in the minus at the moment, so they're kind of getting back to the
they need time. They need time, and I of course I always own. I call it always the golden combo. I always own Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. Those 3 are, you know, I got in with those 3, and I'm still hodling those 3 all the time, and the rest I just trade and play it. I have like big expectations of DOT.
I've got massive amounts of DOT, so yeah, I do have like big expectations for DOT, and yeah, this is my DOT chart. We're in a small channel at the moment. We're holding a support. It's, you know, so we should be taking off at any point. I still see $15 for DOT. Short term, $7.50. So yeah, I think DOT long term, massively big things happening. So, you know, I've got quite a big position in DOT.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, it's that Ethereum alternative. I don't think they're quite there yet with, you know, the technicals. Hopefully that happens in the near future. But I'd love you to have a look at another one that's sort of in the same realm as this, which is Xdai. Its ticker is Stake. I'm hearing a lot of people that have been using Ethereum for their business activities are either looking very closely at this or actually going across to it at the moment. The liquidity in this project is gone up dramatically as well in the last few days. And for me, this is something that I'm starting to accumulate a bit of a position in, and will continue to over the coming weeks. So what is the chart telling us on this, Lisa?
Well, this one, I actually bought, this is one of my 13. So I bought it, I think around probably about maybe $7.50-ish. So I sold up here and I've rebought down here. It's hard to chart with a new sort of chart. And this is what I was saying to you earlier. So we potentially could have had, you know, 5 waves. How I would count it though is, let me put some waves on it. So I'd come in, we've got a small first wave. We've probably got a larger third wave. We've come down, we almost completed this 4th wave, and we should go and head up here for Xdai. So, you know, if we're putting on Elliott waves on, you know, Fibonacci's on this, so potentially we're going to be seeing around $60-ish, I would say, for Xdai on the 5th wave up. So at the moment, we're at about $17. So that's 4 times. So, that's a really good sort of investment right now. So where are we? Oh, it's 3 times because we're about 20. I think
it's about 21.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a good looking chart. It's consolidating nicely in this region, and
chart good, fundamentals good. I'm liking this one.
Yeah, the fundamentals on this one is really good. So it's one that I've looked at for a while. The other one I like is Kusama. Lots of people have heard me talking about this one. So it's quite a choppy chart, but sort of. It's been listed and I think it's now got, what do you call it? Futures trading on it, which is never good. So every time they add futures trading to everything, you need to just sell, seriously. So it normally dumps. Like they added futures trading to DOT, it dumped. They added futures trading to SXP, it dumped massively. So, it was at $6 and it's dumped down to like $1 something. So this chart kind of needs to hold this range. We could have a head and shoulders sort of formed, which would not be good on Kusama. If it does break sort of the 25-ish mark, we could be heading down right back down to 15. So that's not something that I want to see. We are bouncing here, which is a good sign, and hopefully we continue back up.
Okay. So Lisa, I followed your Chainlink call earlier in the week or late last week. Thank you for that.
Chainlink.
I sold it yesterday. I made a nice.
Oh my goodness. So Chainlink, I posted on Twitter and I was playing the bounces. So, and I could sort of see where the bounces were going to happen, and the whole of Twitter went, rah, Chainlink's going to $6. It's like, I'm like, oh. And so I posted that I'm a trader and that's what I do. I'm not hodling it. I'm not doing anything. I'm just trading it. It's like, and I was trading the bounces. So, I had a buy, I think, it was somewhere around sort of $8, and we came up and we made a couple of percent. I was in a margin trade on it. I made 21%, which was a nice day. So, and then we dropped again, and I bought, I think, at about $7.30. So, this has been a good trade. I've got a target on this, and I still think it's going higher at about $12.40. So,
okay, I already sold it.
So, if you've sold it, it's still, it's dropping here for this. It's got an ABC happening. So, yeah, I think this. I'll put some waves on it. So we've got like an A, B, C. We'll come down, we'll retouch the MA, and then we'll head up. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for Chainlink right now. So if we we'll make that green. So there we go, Twitter. You can hate on me again. This is what I think Chainlink's doing. So, and then it's going to be interesting to see if it can break this downtrend channel. So, it's been quite strong and moving through the resistances. So we had a resistance here that we've broken through. We came down and we retested, which is always a really good sign of strength. This is a 1 hour chart. So we've got strong support of the MAs and we've crossed bullish at this point. So if we go to the higher time frames, we can see that, the MAs are coming down. We've got strong support. We're now above the MAs again. And we should hold this region with support of the MAs. So, and then continue up. And at that point, once we continue to go to this, we should cross bullish on the 2 hour, which we then look to the 4 hour to see where the MAs are. So our upper MA here, our 200, is at resistance. So this will be right at resistance when we are touching that. So that means at this point, we're going to reject down. We'll come down and we'll retest this 100, hopefully holding the 100 at this point, and then continue back up. Okay. We should and this is in line with Bitcoin, with me seeing 14,000 for Bitcoin. So patterns that we're going to continue, and that this was the bottom. As much as Twitter doesn't want to hear that, I think that was the bottom for now.
So Ethereum.
Okay.
And then,
so
then we can get into the interesting part of the show and find out what's been happening in your life.
I'm almost sleeping.
Oh, am I that boring? Oh my God.
Last chart.
Okay.
You deserve that one after last week when you said, don't worry, Didi, you're not here. Didi, he's not liking us anymore.
Yeah, it's like we're not friends anymore, Didi. Couldn't even be bothered getting out of bed for us.
I'm sitting on an Ethereum bag, Lisa. Am I long or short yet? Let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got some squiggles
here.
Ethereum
bag?
Ethereum bags. Sexy. Anyway, so... All right, hang on. Let me I'm going to draw some new squiggles. So we're going to come up, we're going to touch this MA. We're going to come down. We may go to this point, or we may come up, we may touch this MA, and we may come halfway through and then go up and then go down and then go up. So it's going to be kind of a little bit sideways over the next maybe week to 2 weeks. And yeah, kind of with Bitcoin sort of in line with that. And yeah, so we may we could hold around the sort of 358-ish mark in this region, or we could go down and retouch 325. So, you know, there's kind of a couple of options. It will depend on how deep Bitcoin is correcting. I don't see Bitcoin correcting massively deep here. So if we go back down to the lower charts, we've got strong support with the MAs on both of these. We're above the 200 MA on the 4-hour chart now. And once Bitcoin continues up, we're going to cross those MAs, and that'll be a bullish signal, and we'll get that explosion up to here. So yeah, that's kind of what has been happening.
Thank you very much,
Amazing.
Lisa.
So I'm back.
Yeah, so
beautiful. So I wasn't there for a week, and there is
that's because you snubbed us.
I don't know anything about the whole love and passion scene now. So can you please update me, because I feel there is something going on. Because the whole episode you only talk very nicely about green week, I'm not hearing the word green dildos anymore, so there must be something wrong there. 2, we are talking about Sean's mother. That's also very strange in this episode. So what's happening, guys? Because, you know, I arrived in Portugal. It's beautiful here. Check my view. It's
that's lovely. Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Check Portugal, my view. This is all I get to see is that. That's it. My house.
I need to say Portugal, I think, is my first or second best country in the world. I love it over here. And it has 0% tax on Bitcoin. What more do you want?
So
it's like
that when River, my daughter, was she was traveling around Europe, and she landed in Portugal, and she didn't come home. So for ages she just stayed there, and she's like, no, I love it here. And she learned to speak the language, and yeah, all of that. And then she went traveling again, and she went to Brazil, and obviously they speak Portuguese. So
I think the most European country I haven't been to, and like what you've just said here, Didi, pretty much everyone I know is like, wow, this is the country.
It's amazing. I think for Lisa, because they are from Australia, I kind of feel the same vibe that you feel in Australia. So you have these beautiful cliffs
she
and
said
the sea and this rough.
Well, they don't throw all their people in prison for smoking a spliff. They're very forward-thinking on a million things, aren't they? From what I've heard.
25 gram. You can have 25 gram on you.
Yeah.
That's like in Holland, that's prison time if you have 25 gram. In Holland, it's not even 5 gram nowadays. You can have 25 gram over here. So it's a liberal country, and no face mask, no shit about that shitty thing. No, it's completely, everybody is moving around freely.
I've got, hang on, let me have a look.
I'm on the way.
I've got cool face masks. Look, it's glittery.
I don't think you're using that as a face mark. I think that one is part of the charade you're doing in the evenings with your new lover.
Well, Didi, unfortunately,
Lover. I don't have a new lover. I
old
have
lover.
none. I don't have one.
What?
back on the market,
Satoshi
Didi.
leave you?
I'm back on the market.
Satoshi left you?
Well, this
Turns out he
is
wasn't Satoshi.
this is a story that Sean wants me to tell everyone.
So Lisa is a Bitcoin digger.
No, Lisa has standards. Lisa has standards, and she likes to have a title. So yeah, it's like I like to have the girlfriend title, and he didn't want to give me the girlfriend title. So I'm just like,
wait, stop. What is a girlfriend title? Explain to all men out there because nobody understands this.
okay, so the girlfriend title means that he's proud to have me as his girlfriend. He introduces me to people as his girlfriend, and if I'm his girlfriend, he's not going around and he's not dating other women. So if I'm not in a relationship with him, technically he could do whatever the fuck he wants. Excuse my language. But yeah, so no, that's not happening.
That's not cool. That's
so it's not cool.
So he introduced you to friends like, and this is Lisa.
Well, there's not been any friends thing because we're not allowed to go out. So but if he was, like, lockdown's easing here in Australia, so if he was to introduce me, then it would be, this is my girlfriend, or he could even introduce me as this is Lisa, and they could just assume, but like, yeah, I don't know.
So Sean, that's terrible. We spend a lot of time talking about this dude. And now he turns out to be an idiot.
Yes. What a waste.
He's a nice guy.
He was. He was preparing breakfast. And
yeah, so he was doing all the right things. He was really doing all the right things. Like
but he just did it for the sex.
Probably. Maybe it was good.
Yeah.
Is he getting a second chance, Lisa, or is that it? Are you a sort of person, or is it fixable?
Yeah, with the girlfriend title.
Come on, Adam.
With a ring?
So
with a ring?
Down on one knee. It's like, no, not yet.
I think he said that to you.
Yeah, he wants to go back to the UK. So, you know, it's kind of hard. And it's like...
You can never trust people from the UK, Lisa.
He's got a really cute accent, though.
Yeah, but they ruled Australia, they ruled all these countries, and they are corrupt in the banking system. The whole Queen is involved in the Illuminati. You cannot trust the UK guy. Sorry, they are untrustable. They just drink beer and fuck every woman out there.
Oh. Well, he does drink beer, actually. So you're right there. So I don't know about every woman. Maybe just me. Maybe there was other women. I don't know. I don't have the girlfriend title, so technically it could have been.
If there are women listening to the show that did have sex with this guy while Lisa was dating him, please comment below. Comment below. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Adam, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Adam. So, Adam, I'm just a very sarcastic bastard that likes to make jokes about this thing. So sorry, Adam, but not.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty awesome. So he's losing out. So.
Oh, well, we'll all be waiting for next
He's a guy that would trade.
Happened.
I think he's a guy that would trade Bitcoin.
There's my phone guy. He's a hodler.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's a sheeple. That is a sheep guy that trades Bitcoin back to fiat.
Yeah, no, he let go too easily, so he can't be a hodler, can he?
No, can't.
Damn. Well, we look forward.
So it's like, sorry, Adam, I've just grilled him.
Sort it out, Adam. Sort it out.
Yeah, it's like sort your shit out, Adam. It's like now.
Stay away, Adam. Stay away, because since you're gone, Sean is making profit on Chainlink and many other charts. Stay away, Adam. Get the fuck out of this scene. Stay away. Let Lisa do her job, man. Yeah, let's be honest, Sean. Since Lisa started,
what are you titling this section? What are you titling this section?
I will title the section into Didis and laws since Lisa started dating Adam. So since Lisa started dating Adam, like all the trades were not good.
I've been dating Adam on and off for a year. So it's like, yeah. It's like,
on and off for a year already. So you didn't tell us the first 9 months.
Yeah. No. Even been seeing him that long, have you?
Yeah, on and off for a year in between the other one. Every time I broke up with the other one.
Yeah.
So you're playing the same game.
I think so.
Well, no, I don't have the girlfriend title.
I don't think you want the girlfriend title.
Why don't I want the girlfriend title?
Why do you? Why do you want to have all the stress? Why do you want to have all the stress of this guy telling you what he wants, what he expects, while you're an independent woman that's trading and making her own life and has a daughter? Why would you even care about being a girlfriend title?
Comments below, people. Should Lisa have the girlfriend?
Why do I care? Because I actually really like him, and having the girlfriend title gives me security, kind of. Well, he could still do it, but like I wouldn't be hanging around. But if I have the girlfriend title, then I know that he's more serious. Does that make sense?
Well, this section's certainly going to be titled the girlfriend title.
meet Dr. Didi instead of Dr. Phil.
Yeah, but it's true. So like he was getting boyfriend benefits without the title. So that has to stop.
I think I can tell what Dr. Didi thinks of all of this.
I think you're locked up too long now. I think you're slowly starting to go crazy. I think you need to call like Australian government. This is having a negative impact on people in all of Australia, this lockdown. You can see this. The Prime Minister of Australia, if you're watching, please stop that crazy shit of locking people up, man. This is like crazy.
I think he does watch.
You see what is happening?
You think he does watch his show? Just Premier Dan from Melbourne watch his show as well.
Premier Dan,
Yeah.
We can tag him.
So anyway.
There's a shout out to Premier Dan.
Okay.
Oh my God! It's like I can't even breathe. Anyway.
Didi, are you able to show us your house? You take us for a quick walk around the Portuguese gaff, or are you connected to a?
So my Wi-Fi is very bad. I can try it, but the house is not that beautiful. It's a 3-layered house here, but we are leaving the 1st of October to a new house.
Okay.
Because the Wi-Fi is terrible. I need to work with a hub in this one. It's like shit. And the new one is a beautiful apartment on the sea and in the center. And that one has, how do you call it? This fiber light. So I have like 500 MB and I can do these interviews and all that stuff normally.
Yep.
But 1 second,
well,
there is
next
a car.
Week, it can be it's our first episode of Crypto Cribs, people. We're going to check out Didi's new pad, so make sure you're back for that.
Yeah, that one is, I think it's really beautiful. This one is also really nice. We have 4 bedrooms and check the terrace is like, the terrace is like just amazing.
That's just amazing, yeah.
And then inside, we have just this directly connection with the living room and the kitchen and all that stuff.
Nice.
But Portugal is just really beautiful. And we just arrived, man. We arrived with this white SUV, the Land Rover Discovery.
Yep.
And it's going to be wrapped this week. And the 2 main sponsors of the tour are Prime XBT, and the second one is machinatrader.com. So these guys, they're helping me with this tour, creating really cool content. Of course, we are doing our own contribution as well. Yeah, and it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a whole story, Sean. So we are going to start with this white car, with this blanco sheet when you start up a company, a white car. And then we are going to take the audience all through this story, how this car evolves to a Bitcoin mobile, how we are going to drive across Portugal to search for crypto adoption, to talk to people. Why do you pay 0% tax over here and all that stuff? So I think it's going to be really cool media entertainment. So I'm going to try to involve the family a little bit more again. And yeah, till now we are succeeding. The YouTube videos are really cool. The beaches are beautiful. I can show people a lot of stuff.
I love your videos, Didi. They're fantastic. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, you know what the strange thing is, Sean? I love them as well. That sounds like that sounds really arrogant, but I love them as well because I love to create them. Yep. But there is something. But the thing though that I really can't understand, and maybe your followers can explain to me, is why we are stuck in this range of 9,500 to 10,000 subscribers. So we need to break the resistance of 10,000 subscribers. You got to break the
resistance. It's like, yeah.
But if I look,
I can comment on that. I mean, look.
But if I look other shows, Sean, sorry, and then you comment. If I look at other shows, I see those people that have 100,000, 200,000 followers. They make a show like in an office chair every day, like 5 minutes like this. You don't even invest time in it. I'm really. This is like.
Yeah, I mean, look. A lot of those numbers, if you look at YouTube subscribers and Twitter, if you were making videos in 2017, I mean, it was incredible how many people were in the space at that point. I mean, we sort of started doing our media or our visual media stuff in the bear market in 2018, and really there was nobody knew was coming in. So we've done the hard slog. So I don't think those people are having 100,000 people watching their video.
Oh, but that's the thing. It's like I'm on Twitter, and I've been on Twitter for a long time, and they culled all my dead followers, as they did with everyone, and I'm stuck. I've been stuck at around 35, 36,000 for a year.
Well, we're not seeing that big influx of of new people coming in yet.
No, we're not. So it's just not here yet. I think it's still coming.
Yeah.
We need to sort of hold these levels on Bitcoin and then break 12,000, and then I think we'll get greater interest.
Didi, I mean, you've got such a great opportunity because, you are very well known outside of crypto. And I think same with you, Lisa, especially with your movie coming up and so forth. It's people like you. I'm trying to find that angle that's going to appeal to the non-crypto crowd, because really they're the ones. I mean, this show here is obviously for a crypto crowd, but trying to make content that crosses over and brings in that new crowd. It's back in people's minds. I'm getting asked all the time now. I'm at a dinner or whatever. They will want to know a bit more, but it amazes me now. They've heard of Bitcoin and crypto, but they haven't. They still don't really get how to go and buy it and really what it is. Which is frustrating. I've not seen that change dramatically in the last sort of year or two. So keep doing what you're doing, though. That's the only way.
But I think that is exactly why I asked the question earlier in the show to Lisa. Why is this correlation there? It's there because we have only suits trading Bitcoin now. And so we lost the true fundamentals of Bitcoin, or we stopped spreading the word of the true fundamentals in Bitcoin that is going to change the world. That's giving. The opportunity to all everybody, and I think that's what I try to do, and combine it with travel and family, so that maybe this other audience will reach. So I will reach this other audience as well. But let's see where it goes.
But retail investors like mums and dads and that are not going to come into the market until that sort of FOMO sort of section comes, because it's like, okay, I can make some money now. They're not going to just hold when it's such a volatile asset. So, a lot of the people that did come in and bought Bitcoin at 20,000 lost a lot of money because they all panic sold, and so it still has that stigma attached that
it does, doesn't it?
It's like, I'm going to get burnt. I'm going to lose a lot of money here.
Yeah, and I still think that we have a long way to go, because in my opinion, what will happen now is very easy. It's people will always trust banks and always trust the governments. At least like 99% of the people, the sheeple, they will always keep trusting their governments and their banks. So what will happen now is that these governments and these banks, they will create this new digital currencies, a digital yuan, a digital dollar, a digital euro, and then they will make the world cashless. It will take another 2-3 years. And then when the whole world is cashless and all the people are depending again on the banks and the governments and the centralized forms of cryptocurrencies, only then the 99% will understand the power of cryptocurrency that is decentralized. Only then they will understand, oh shit, we just lost all our privacy and spending because we don't have cash anymore. So and this, I think it will take a long time before these people enter crypto.
Yep.
And
I 100% agree with you, Didi. I really do. And, you know, for anyone watching, please follow Didi's channel, follow Lisa on Twitter, and we're doing what we can on this channel as well. You know, now's the time to be acquiring some Bitcoin. You know, fortunately, when that horrible situation you're talking about happens, the price of Bitcoin is also going to be a hell of a lot higher, in my opinion, because those same people are buying it now. Don't get left behind.
Exactly. Don't get left behind. Now, before we go, I'm gonna share my screen again. Wait, this is exciting.
It wasn't financial advice, by the way, people.
No, these are my books. They're republished.
Oh.
So
wow, beautiful cover.
Yeah, so these are the new covers, which are a bit more boring. These are the old covers. So you can, I still have stock of the old covers. So if anyone wants the pre-covers, I can send these to you. So just contact me on Twitter. But these are the new ones. And yeah, so I've spent a lot of time we've been putting these together. Apparently very boring books on shelves get picked up more often than pretty covers. Who knows? That's what I've been told. So they've got boring covers as far as I'm concerned. But
use your Twitter picture for a cover.
My Twitter picture.
Yeah, the Crypto Diddy.
Crypto
Slap.
They were not doing this. They were pretty stable.
So you can head to Amazon. There's a link on my Twitter. I'll get Sean to put a link down under like this video. These are my books. I want to be on the New York Times bestsellers list. I want to be bigger than, 50 Shades of Grey and the vampire, what's the vampire one? Twilight series. So that's my goal. And then they're going to make it into a TV series.
Is it that kind of content, Lisa? Is it like a 50 Shades of Grey content?
No, it's not 50 Shades of Grey. No. So what the books are about. So when I was 21, I had a whole series of psychic readings. And these psychics told me about this guy that I was going to meet and all these events and stuff that happened.
Adam.
And well, he kind of fits the brief, but anyway. So so they're basically, each book contains one of my psychic readings, and it's slightly changed to fit the story. And so and then the story's written around those psychic readings, which is kind of like a bit of a twist to everything. Yeah, so she's told that she's going to meet this guy, and certain features, like he's got green eyes, he's got this, he's got that. I was actually told he had ocean eyes, but I changed it to green eyes because only 2% of the population have green eyes, and they're really rare. So it makes the book a bit more fun that she's got to search for this guy. And but there's all these rules that come into effect, that she can't chase him, she can't do, all the stuff that girls normally do. So he's got to come to her. So it's kind of a cute story.
Essentially, the book is going about a woman that is searching for a man, but the man needs to call her and give her the girlfriend position and use the pain room. Okay, I understand. Yeah, cool book. There's no pain room involved. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it.
There's no pain room. The second book has a yacht scene. That's all I'll say. It's got a yacht scene.
I saw a yacht scene like a few weeks ago. My daughters were watching this movie. It's also this a strange movie about a guy and a girl on a yacht. There was a very erotic scene on this yacht. Did you see the movie?
What movie?
Wow, I forgot the name. It's a strange movie. They were all, my oldest daughter was watching and said, "What the fuck are you watching?" No, it's just a normal movie. It's okay. That's a very interesting movie. It was like 50 Shades of Grey kind of titled. Wait,
really?
Give me a second.
What?
Yeah, 1 second.
Lisa, you're in it, Lisa.
I'm not in it. I'm not in it.
50 Shades of Grey after it.
It's probably one of the 50 Shades of Grey movies.
I found it. I just asked my wife. 356 days.
Oh, okay, yeah. I knew that
one.
movie. Yeah.
So that's Sean. Watch it. If you're alone and you don't have a girlfriend near you, watch 365 days or something.
Right.
Link below to that. Links below to Didis videos. Check those out, people. They are really fantastic. They're there on the daily.
Buy my books. Buy my books.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
And buy Lisa's book. Yeah. And while you buy Lisa's book, go to my website, buy this cool Bitcoin Revolution t-shirt. Let's chill everything go.
And we will.
And when you're on Tinder, go to Sean's profile, like it, give him a thumbs up.
Yeah, like his profile. Give him. Ask him to see his green dildo.
Well, yeah. Look out for Lisa on Tinder as well.
I'm not on Tinder. Not on Tinder.
Well, be back here next Monday, people, and we'll find out whether Adam's done the right thing. We'll have our first episode of Crypto Cribs. We'll check out Didi's new pad on the beach in Portugal.
I feel sorry for Adam.
Don't feel sorry for Adam. He can handle it. He's a big boy.
Yeah. Put your big boy pants on, Adam.
Probably crying now. Oh, Lisa left me.
On that note, people, we hope.
I should be sitting here because it only happened yesterday, so I should be sitting here going, like, whatever.
That is already that tells me already enough. If it just happened yesterday.
What?
All right, team.
That you're not right. See you next week.
Because wait. So you should never be that involved with somebody that they ruin your whole life. Like if they go. Just saying.
Yeah. You only live once.
You each have your own life. You don't live their life. So my life still continues and my life's awesome. So it was awesome to have him in my life, but if he doesn't want to be there, then
if he doesn't want to fill the gaps, he needs to get out. That was the perfect ending, Sean. We are going to fill the gap.
We're not.
See you next week, people.
Bye.
Green dildos all week.